Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Unleashed. Oh yeah guys, so I've been doing some work off camera here in my little farming garden area. This is all manual, still don't have anything automatic set up. One of the things that I wanted to get going was sugarcane, since using the Darkcraft mod, those force tools require a lot of speed. Speed comes from sugar. So we needed to get the sugar canes going. So I set up a farm here. Just did every other block as dirt block with sugar cane on it, and every other block that isn't dirt block is water with the lily pad on top of it. Very, very simple, basic setup. You can just walk forward and break all these sugar canes and collect the drops. None of them go into the water thanks to those lily pads. So yeah, very, very good way to do this. Over here, I changed the way the berries were laid out. Before they extended pretty far forward, I think to about right here or something like that. I cut them off to make them in the same line as here, and then I extended them back to be to the end of these guys over here. So a little bit longer than two of these 9x9s. So yeah, I mean, I think it's looking a little bit better here. I placed some torches around, trying to get things lit up. I was noticing that my wheat farm here had missing patches. I assume because those green slimes are spawning in here and hopping around. So I just added a few more bits of light around. Hopefully that will fix that problem. So other than that, I have been kind of going around and collecting resources off camera, just trying to speed up the process a little bit so we're not collecting every single resource on camera. And I was flying over here, and there was a ravine. Yeah, I saw this. There's a ravine right here, so I came down into this hole and was like, oh, that's cool. There's resources everywhere, and I just started mining and things like that. Obviously, I didn't collect everything just yet. But yeah, I was just flying around, and eventually this broke out into an abandoned mine shaft somewhere. Maybe I went into another cave. I'm not entirely sure, actually. But yeah, I went into an abandoned mine shaft somewhere around here. And let me fly up a little bit faster. And you can see there's a waypoint over here, and this is really, really cool. I don't even think I've seen this before in all the time I've played Minecraft, and I don't think this is because of Feed the Beast. I think this would be the same thing in Vanilla World, but I was exploring this mine shaft here, and I heard some zombies, so I was like, oh cool, a zombie spawner, right? So it came down here. Yep, sure enough, there was a zombie spawner here. I used my force wrench and I took care of it, and then, yeah, I was hearing there's more zombies. And yeah, right over here, there was another zombie spawner, like right next to each other. That's really close, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've seen them closer than this. But what makes this really, really like, whoa. It's right over here. Yes, there was a third zombie spawner. So yeah, that was really awesome. You know, zombie spawners aren't super useful, but I think we could use those to, well, there's actually a cave spider spawner back here too. I think we could use these zombie spawners to farm those spoils bags. I've heard if you spawn monsters and you kill them with an item called an iron spike, this guy right here, I believe this is from Extra Utilities, pretty cheap to make, really, you know, about 15 iron or something. I don't know. I didn't count that. No, actually, it's probably more like 20. But anyway, if you kill a monster using an iron spike, apparently it drops items just like if a player killed it. So that could be pretty interesting if we just have like a zombie spawner, you know, spawning zombies to die on those iron spikes. We could probably get a whole bunch of spoils bags, and those have some good loot in it. So that's just something that I've been considering. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. 3 zombie spawners. If this was vanilla, that would be like a perfect setup for a crazy experience farm. Well, you know, before you get to the end and do an Enderman farm anyway. So yeah, I thought that was really, really cool. But yeah, so I was going around just collecting resources, exploring those abandoned mine shafts. I was doing the ravines and all that stuff. I went back to that second village that we found that had the smeltery, and I've upgraded our smeltery down here. I've made it 3 blocks tall, just kind of filled in all the blocks. I took the extra casting tables and the casting basins from the village and I brought it over here. So yeah, I think our smeltery is looking pretty good. I still need to get another ender tank to keep this thing always full, because I have to go upstairs and grab my ender tank with the force wrench and bring it down here and then bring it back and so on and so forth. That's kind of annoying. I guess we could make another one of these now that we have all the blaze rods in the world. Well, not yet, but we soon will. Okay, so today, I want to work on making an experience farm. Yes, with that tier 5 soul shard that we got in last episode, I believe it's right here. We have a tier 5 blaze soul shard. So I want to turn this from, you know, just being a soul shard into a fully set up experience farm. And we're going to do it using turtles. That's probably the easiest way that I'm aware of to automatically collect experience from a soul shard. So, first things first, I believe we were looking maybe last episode of where we were going to stick this thing. And I think I said I wanted to put it kind of far away. And people are saying that I should use an item called a sound muffler to kill the sounds of the blaze so they're not quite as annoying. Well, that's something we definitely can do. But either way, I want to put this in the ground just so we don't have to see its big ugly face staring at us every time we come outside. So we need like an area that's going to be 10 by 10 to fit the spawner room and the walls and all that stuff. I think I said I wanted to stick it back here, but that might be a little bit further away than what I want. Let's see, we have our nether portal here, which makes sound, and that's why we stuck it over here to keep it far away. Maybe what we'll do is put the blaze spawner like right here in the ground. That could actually work. That way the two noisy things will be next to each other. And if it's too noisy, I can go ahead and check out that noise muffler, which is supposed to reduce sounds, I think, up to 4 blocks away, or I don't remember exactly what it said that item is supposed to do. I do know that it quiets down all of the sounds around. Okay, next step of this process is for me to dig out a 10 by 10 by 7 or 8 or 9 deep hole. I'll have to figure out the actual dimensions of that, but I'm going to go ahead and get started with the digging, so that's going to take a little bit of time. And in fact, actually what I should do is I should grab my little buddy all the way down here. He's got a command built in. All these turtles have a command built in, at least all the mining ones, called excavate. So that's what we are going to do. Let me see, nothing in here. Let's go ahead and break him. Yeah, he's still down here from when we were doing the branch mining before. Maybe I'll go ahead and show this to you guys on camera. I don't know if most of you guys have seen this. I mean, it is a pretty common thing with the turtles, but maybe not everybody's seen it. Okay, so if we are going to put the blaze spawner here, let's separate it by about 3 blocks. So we'll stick the turtle right here. Right, I also need a chest. Let's grab a chest. I've also upgraded some of these chests. We were running out of room. I just needed the extra storage space. Okay, so you put the turtle there. I believe you just stick a chest right behind it, and then you tell it the command excavate and how big you want the square. So we are gonna want this 10. So excavate 10. Don't know why it actually broke that block right there. But yeah, it's going to go ahead and clear all the grass and clear all the blocks in front of it, I believe. And yeah, this will be pretty good. So the turtle will do this automatically. I don't have to waste all my tools on this. Very cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to let the turtle do its thing, and we will be back in just a little bit. Okay, guys. So I've spent some time over here digging out where the blaze farm is going to be. I think it's going to be alright like this. I really don't like the regular glass, and unfortunately we don't have the Zycraft glass viewer blocks in here. I was looking around and there are some stained glass blocks that we can use. Let's see. There's these stained glass, and I'm really not sure what these look like. They need dye around. Oh, there's clear glass. Molten glass, clear glass. Okay. Well, I actually just realized there was this in here. So you melt down glass and then you get clear glass. Interesting. Okay, so I am going to have to make some of this stuff. Okay, well, good to know. Well, I will replace all this with the clear glass, but I've noticed that down here we have some quartz, and I want to mine that out so we can start on applied energistics at some point. But in order to mine that out, I'm going to want fortune. Don't have fortune just yet. And then I have opened this up a little bit. What we're going to do is have the blaze spawn right where this redwood plank is right here. This is going to be the spawner. It's going to spawn, and the blaze are going to fall down here. At the very bottom, I think we're going to use the Minefactory reloaded conveyors and just push all the blaze forward this way. And then they're going to fall down this little opening here, and they are going to go down 2 blocks so they can't jump back out. And then right here where my head is going to be some turtles. So yeah, we got to build some turtles. We got to program some turtles to kill these blaze. We have to make the conveyor belts. There's still a little bit of stuff left to do. And I also want to get on making some fortune items. Also, if we're using turtles to attack, we're going to need diamond tools for those turtles to use. I think you might be able to use iron. I've never actually tried, but I want to make sure that whatever we kill dies the fastest. So we're going to use diamond swords. Okay, so we're going to need a total of 8 turtles, which means we're going to need 16 diamonds. And we only have 11 diamonds, so we can transmute some of our iron and gold into diamonds. That is definitely a possibility. But again, I want to use fortune. So one of the things you can do with this force infuser is you can make tools and put fortune enchants on it. So let's get started with that. Let's make a force ingot here, and we're going to need 4 sticks. So here's a force pickaxe. Okay, so we can stick that in the force infuser. And we want to put fortune on here. Well, you can see I've unlocked this to tier 3 now. I've done some upgrades. I've made a shovel, got speed 3 on it. I think that was with just 3 sugar, but when I made that, I unlocked a 4th one, so now I can put speed 4, I think. Okay, so what we want is fortune on this pickaxe. Now, you can do that by getting fortunes. Well, how do you get fortunes? By taking a cookie and some paper, and you make fortune cookies. And then you can see the tooltip says eat me. Okay, so let's eat the fortune cookie. And in my inventory here, we got a fortune. So if we right click on the fortune, Ceiling Cat is watching you procrastinate. Yeah, when you eat it, you get these little witty fortunes. So that's cool. So let's go ahead and eat both of these and get the other 2 fortunes. Yep. So what does this one say? Daydreaming is free, cookies are not. And finally, this last one says, don't fear the creeper. All right. So if we click these in, you can see right here it says fortune, and then underneath it says luck. So we'll have 3 luck on this pickaxe, and then we're going to want sugar. Sugar. This should give us a little bit of efficiency, so it mines just that much faster. And let's just go ahead and click go. Okay, so this is going to take a little bit of time to enchant. One thing that I found out that you can use these force shards that you get when the tools break to convert into liquid force here, and then when this turns into the liquid force, it actually adds a little bit more force points to your upgrade tome, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is just about done. I believe this gives you fortune 3. It probably says luck 3 on it, but it should be equivalent to fortune 3. So we should be able to go down and mine our diamonds and get the maximum amount. Yeah, that says fortune 3 on it. Okay, so let's head down all the way down to our branch mine. Yeah, we still have those diamonds down here that I haven't mined before, but I was kind of holding off until we got fortune 3, but now that we can use this pickaxe, this is going to be really good. Okay, I also want to use this on lapis so I can upgrade my other tool. Let's go ahead and break this out, get down here to our diamonds, and I'm pretty sure this should be able to mine it. Okay, so how many? We just got 1 diamond. And just 1 diamond. I thought this was supposed to be like some pretty good fortune here. Maybe we just got unlucky. I don't know. Okay, so I know there was another section down here that had some more diamonds. Oop, I'm out of blocks. And yeah, I'll just leave that for now. In one of these tunnels, I had put another torch to remind me that there were diamonds. Was it here? Yeah, okay, so we got some diamonds here. Let's try. Ah, there we go. There's 3 diamonds. Now we got 5 of them. And just 6. So maybe it's the same as regular fortune. It's just kind of not really 100% of the time. It's just lucky. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, so now we should have enough diamonds. We have 17 diamonds. We needed 16. We should have enough diamonds to do what we needed to do. Yeah, like I was saying, that fortune will come in handy for mining lapis, so I can eventually upgrade this pickaxe to have the luck enchant on it as well. You need 450 lapis lazuli to do that, so that's quite a lot. Okay, so we have the diamonds. We can make the swords that we need. We need to make 8 of those. We also need to make 8 turtles, so that's going to be a lot of crafting. I should have everything ready to go here, so let's do turtle. And we need to make 8 computers, so let's do that. There's 8 of those. And then... oh, am I missing something? What am I missing? Ah, iron. I forgot the iron. Okay, probably don't need that much, but we can convert that to and from the ingots freely since we don't have GregTech, which is pretty cool. Okay, so there's 8 computers. Now we're going to need the 8 diamond swords. And I think we can just use the redwood sticks. Those should be fine. Alright, there's our 8 swords. Now comes the fun part to craft these all into the melee turtles. Okay, so the crafting is done. We have our melee turtles, and we have pretty much everything we need at this point. We need to give these guys a program to work from, so that's going to be something else we're going to have to do. Also, you might have noticed in my inventory here, I have these wireless transmitters and wireless receivers. This is how we're going to turn the spawner on and off. And I believe these used to be a part of RedPower. I could be wrong, but I believe that these were remade and added to this pack. Let's check out the recipes for these. Let's see. The wireless transmitter. So this is not too bad, just 3 slabs, a couple pieces of redstone, and this receiver dish, and an obsidian stick. Now this is interesting. You can use an obsidian stick or a rod. So the obsidian stick is a piece of obsidian above and below, and you get 1 stick out of it. So 2 pieces of obsidian for 1 stick. But the obsidian rod, that's the Tinker's Construct version, and you can make this with molten obsidian. Basically what that means is you put in a piece of obsidian and you can make 4 obsidian rods from 1 obsidian. So you just gotta take the time to melt it down. I put 4 pieces of obsidian in there. That would have given me 2 sticks, but I ended up with 16 obsidian rods. So this is definitely the way to go if you're gonna be working with these wireless transmitters. So you also need a receiver dish, which is a wireless transceiver, and a stone bowl. Stone bowl is just stone, 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 and a V. 3 pieces of stone give you 1 bowl. So the wireless transceiver is an obsidian stick or rod, and an ether pearl, which is redstone, glowstone, and an ender pearl. So I have all this stuff available. Just a little bit of crafting, gathering the resources to make it. So this really isn't too bad, especially if you use Tinker's Construct for the obsidian rods. The wireless receiver, pretty much the same exact recipe, except you don't need the transmitter, you just need the wireless receiver. And yep. Or, I'm sorry, wireless transceiver. So very, very simple recipes. Okay, so I have these ready to go. This is how we are going to turn the redstone on and off to the spawner. I'm also going to have to make another one of these, I think, to... oh, no, maybe not, maybe not. I think we should be fine. Okay, so now to give these melee turtles a program. So let's actually use this guy, for instance. Most people, when they write a program for the turtles, the attack program, the standard one is just while true, do turtle.attack end. So that right there will just do a constant loop. The turtle's always going to attack in front of it. If I stand in front of the turtle, it's going to punch me and knock me away all the time, which I guess is okay. This program definitely works. It's the most popular one that most people use. The only problem with that is that it's always running all the time, regardless if you have mobs or not, and it's attacking anything. So if you're on a server and you have a bunch of these turtles set up, you're going to start causing CPU problems. You'll start causing lag. You don't want these guys running all the time. So I have written a new program to pretty much take care of that for us. Let me go ahead and get rid of... Well, actually, no. Let's check this out for a second. This is kind of cool stuff. So let's do edit test. This program that I'm going to be using does OS events. Basically, that means is it's going to wait until something happens. So it's not using processing time. It's just going to sit there until an event happens, and then it'll do something. So we'll modify this program a little bit. So we'll do while true do. And we will say OS poll event redstone. So this is going to wait until a redstone signal turns on or off, and then it'll do something. Okay, so then we can also do while redstone get input back do. So this says while there's an input from the back side, a redstone input from the back of the turtle, do something. Okay, so further we can do turtle attack. Then we can say end. So we're gonna loop until we have a redstone event, and then if that redstone event is a redstone signal from the back, it's gonna do this loop and the turtle's going to attack. Okay, and then we can end. So this, really makes that a lot better in my opinion. This turtle will only attack if it has a redstone signal if that program is running. So let's actually grab... can you do a redstone torch? I don't know if that's going to work. Let's grab some redstone dust. And we will do that, and we'll give it a redstone signal. We got to turn the program on, so let's do test. Okay, so the program's running right now. If I walk in front of the turtle, it's going to attack me. Maybe not. There it goes. But yep, here we go. So now the turtle's attacking with the redstone signal on. If we turn the redstone signal off, it won't attack anymore. We give it that redstone signal, and it hits me. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's an on and off switch using redstone for this turtle, so it's not running all of the time. Very good. What I want to do, though, is since we are going to use the turtles to attack these blazes, we're going to have an on-off switch. So our redstone signal is going to turn off the blaze spawner, which would also turn off the turtles at the same time if we use that same signal. So we're going to have 10, 15 blaze in there just kind of floating around, not being attacked by these turtles because they have been turned off. So that's not what we want. So I've modified the program even further. So when it has a redstone signal, it's going to attack. When it loses the redstone signal, it's going to continue to attack for about 30 seconds, and then it's going to turn itself off. So that should take care of the problem with, any extra mobs in there. It'll just kill them. It'll continue to attack for about 30 seconds, and then it stops. And then it's perfectly safe to walk on, and nothing's going to happen. Okay, so let's see. This program is called, well, I don't really have a name for it, but we can do a pastebin get this string, and then we can call this test. Oh no, let's call this test 2. We already have a test program. Okay, so this is going to connect the pastebin. It should get the program downloaded. Yep, here we go. So now we do test 2, and it should just be sitting there until we give it a redstone signal. And at this point, it says attack mode on, which means we get next to the turtle, it's going to attack you, right? You turn off the redstone signal. It's got the delayed shutdown, so it's going to wait 30 seconds. It'll continue to attack anything that gets near it for 30 seconds. Okay, and then after 30 seconds, it will say attack mode off and be completely inert, and it'll be perfectly safe. So I really think this is a program that should be used on servers if you're going to be using turtles to, kill mobs and things like that, just to cut down on CPU usage and lag and all that stuff. You don't want that on servers. So there it goes. It says attack mode off. You can walk on the turtle. It's perfectly safe. So this is also pretty cool because we can do redstone like this. And if we have a bunch of turtles lined up, they can all use that same redstone signal. See how the redstone attaches to the turtle? So all we got to do is just attach this redstone to a lever and give all these turtles that program. And then, yeah, this should work pretty well. All right, guys, so a lot of talking, a lot of explaining on these turtle programs. I'll put a link in the description of this video below so you guys can check it out for yourself. download it to your turtles, whatever you want to do. But I need to hook up those turtles over here, get the redstone laid out, and we can check this out. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I think we have this pretty much settled now. As you can see, I changed out the glass now. We are using the clear glass from Tinker's Construct. This stuff is really, really cool. It's just like the glass viewer pretty much, I think, except I think it's more clear. You really can't even tell there's a block there except for the little, outline of which block you have selected. And then it's got the connecting texture, so it's just got that little white strip all the way around the outside. This stuff is really, really cool. I like it. Okay, so that took a while to smelt all that glass down into this clear glass, but I think it was worth it. And as you can see, if we put this clear glass right here, completely solid, you don't even know it's there. But you can use a pick and get it back. You don't have to soak touch it or anything, which is really good. And I also found out, after making a diamond pickaxe and putting our soak touch and unbreaking enchantments that we got from some books and dungeons earlier, after I made that pickaxe, I realized that you can take your force wrench and force wrench all the glass back. So I didn't need to make the silk touch pickaxe, but we have it in case we need it in the future, I guess. Alright, so down here at the bottom, I have laid out the Minefactory Reloaded conveyor belts. And if you guys haven't seen these before, they're very easy to make. It is just 3 rubber, 2 redstone, and a piece of iron. You get you 16 of those. So since that's an 8x8 down there, we had to do that recipe 4 times to get 64. But yeah, that's pretty good. One thing I noticed with these conveyor belts, though, is I was trying to adjust one. When you put these down, normally you can use a wrench to turn them, and you can turn them all 4 directions. If it's up against the wall, you can make them go up, go upwards or whatever. So I was trying to do that with my force wrench, and I was right-clicking it, nothing happened, so I shift right-click it, and that happens. What? So I got those. Notice I have 19. So put that down, click that. I have 18 on my inventory. I have 19 again, right? Well, kind of. We have these items here in my inventory now. Before I did anything, when I first saw this, I stopped the game, made a backup in my world. Don't play around with things that look weird. They'll generally crash your game. So I backed up my world and I was messing around with these. It turns out you can place these, even though they look really weird if you attack with them. It's like, what the heck? You can, in fact, place these. Notice I still have 19 in my inventory. Now, if I force wrench these again, yeah, we're duplicating items. That's too bad. That's a bug that I'm sure has been reported. If not, I'm sure somebody's going to find it and report it. But yeah, like I said, these things are so cheap anyway. Just 3 rubber, a piece of iron, 2 redstone. There's no point duplicating these. But I did notice that. I thought that was kind of interesting. So I thought I'd show you guys. Can I pick that up? Okay, now I got 25 of those things. Right. So we have the conveyor belts down here all set up, and they are pushing the mobs forward. And when the blaze spawn, they're going to go down here, and they're going to land on top of these turtles. Now I have water here to help damage the blaze, and also to push the experience that these turtles are going to be generating this way. So we have 8 turtles in a row, and the water would stop right here. But I figured we should probably continue the water on just a little bit. I don't want, these blazes to see me when I'm down here collecting my experience. So I put a micro block here. Well, they're not really called micro blocks. They're called forge multi-parts. I think that's what it's called. I put one of those blocks right here, and I put a conveyor on top just to extend, how far this is going to go a little bit further. So let's get out of here. This is kind of hard. Those conveyor belts, really kind of a pain. All right, here we go. Yeah, so let's get down here, and this is what we have set up. So we have the 8 turtles in a row. Right behind them, we have the redstone, so they can turn on and off. We click on them, you can see their programs running right now. And over here, I just have the wireless receiver set to channel 1, and this is called Blaze Farm. So when I flick that lever up above, this will all get power. These turtles will turn on and go into their attack mode and, be ready to kill Blaze and stuff. This is that multi-part block right here with the conveyor belt on top of it. And I can probably actually fill that in. Nope, not right there. We need that opening. Okay, so these multi-blocks are pretty cool. These are made just like the RedPower ones. So You need a saw. One of these guys, stone, iron, or a diamond saw. I think the only difference between these might be durability. There might be some items you can only do with a diamond. I haven't really researched this, but I just made an iron handsaw and I cut up a stone brick into, I forget what all the different parts were. It's like half blocks and then covers and then panels, or panels and then covers or whatever. So we're using covers, and that's a cover right there. Yep. So these are pretty cool. I like them a lot. Their interface is just like RedPower. The way, you know, you can place them and you can do this and this. But what's really cool about these is you can, you know, continually place them on top of each other. Let's break that and place it right there. So yeah, you can do like variations here. I think you might even be able to do something else. Where'd all those blocks? Oh, did that turn into a cover? Aha, that turned into a panel by doing that. Interesting. Okay, well, now I know that. So I guess I gotta use a saw to break those apart. I don't know if that's intended or not. Okay, but anyway, this is what we got set up. The blades are going to die here from the turtles. Their experience is going to be washed over here, and then it's going to continue along on this conveyor belt. Drop down here. At least this is the plan. I haven't tested this yet. And we should be good to go as far as experience is concerned. Okay, so I guess the next step would be to turn this on. Oh, I didn't show you guys this either. This is a stone brick cover, as you can see from the tooltip. Let me break that guy. Okay, so in here we have another stone brick cover, 1 block away. And then on there we have the wireless receiver. Okay, and then, yeah, we can put the multi-blocks around the wireless receiver, so it's all, you know, stuck within 1 block. I need to get the stone brick cover and not die from my turtles. Okay, so we can put this right there and cover that all up. So we shouldn't be able to have any blaze spawning inside here. That's a full stone brick, and then that's the empty shell that has the wireless receiver in there. Okay. So we can see this work if I put this redstone torch right on the soul cage. If I flick this lever, that turns off, so that's all working. Underneath this lever, I have a piece of redstone, right? And then that's going to this block, and we have the transmitter coming out of there, or the transceiver, whatever they call that. So that powers that, which powers this and the turtles down below. Okay. And then we can just verify the turtles are working. They got the redstone signal. Yeah, it's on the delayed shutdown right now because we've turned it on and off. Now it's waiting 30 seconds. Their attack mode should go to off, and we can turn it back on again. Yep, there we go. Should be able to turn this back on again. They should be primed and ready to go. All we gotta do is put in the blaze spawner. Okay, so we want... Ooh, actually, hold on a second. I think I might have this backwards. So the turtles currently are turned off. But if I put the soul shard in right now, it's going to be on. Yeah, I'm going to have to actually change the way the turtles are set up. Let's see. We want... Yeah, we want them to be on right now. So I'm going to have to move this back. Okay, guys, give me 1 second. I'm going to rearrange this redstone. Okay, so that was pretty easy. I just inverted the signal. When this turns on, it'll power this block, turn this torch off, and then these turtles will depower. Right now, we have that like that because by default, the soul shard is on, but when you apply a redstone signal, it turns off. So when we have the redstone signal applied, we want the turtles turned off at the same time. So now these guys should be in sync together in the proper way. Okay, good. So now the next thing would be to flick this lever. Let's put a... Oh, I don't have a redstone torch on me anymore because I put it down here. I was going to say let's put that redstone torch on the soul cage and just verify everything's set up right, but I think we should be fine. We'll wait for these turtles to turn all the way off and put the soul shard in, and I think we should be okay. Now I made one more slight modification to this. I made it so the experience... We had it so the experience is going straight down here, but I have it so the experience is going around a corner now, just to make it so it's harder for those blades to see if you're down here. There still might be a way if you're standing like right here or something that they could see you. I don't know if they see these conveyor belts as a full block or not, but I just want to make sure that they're not going to aggro and start shooting fireballs and things like that. So the experience should land right here. Okay, so I think we should be good. The turtles are off. Let's go put the soul shard in, close it up, and then flick that lever on, and we should have a fully functional blaze farm now. I need to grab the soul shard out of here. Okay, let's put that in. Now you don't see anything, and I don't know if that's a change, a change that was made on purpose or what. But I do know that there is a blaze in there, so let's not mess around with that. Cover this up. We'll flick this lever off. Okay, so now we got blaze spawning. Nice, nice, nice. And this should be spawning the maximum amount possible. Okay, so let's go down here and verify that everything's working right. Oh yeah, blaze are dying. Experience is falling down. That's what we want. So all we gotta do is just kind of stand right here and the experience will come right to us. That's awesome. Yeah, the turtles are just gonna put in work. They're just gonna do everything they need to do. Kill those blaze, and we should be pretty much good. There is one more thing that I want to do. Let's get up here and take a look. Yeah, the blaze are just going down there and going into the water. The water's killing them. The turtles are killing them. Excellent. There is one more thing that we need to do, though, and that is collect the blaze rods, because right now the blaze rods have nowhere to go. They are just collecting in the turtles' inventory, and eventually they'll just go on the ground. We're not getting that many right now, so it's not something we have to be concerned about, but it will be something that we're going to have to do eventually. And we'll probably do... Oh, I can't see. We'll probably do, like, applied energistics. Oh, man, so much experience. We'll probably do applied energistics under these turtles. Do import buses and all these and go into our main applied energistics system when we get that all hooked up. Oh, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, I think that's going to do it for today. This actually took quite some time to get everything hooked up and ready to go. Write that program, debug it, all that stuff. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this blaze farm, and we'll see you next time.